Hey, God bless you. I wanted to hop on real quick, and I wanted to encourage somebody. I want to hop on real quick and share with what the Holy Spirit was giving me. So I was sitting there, praying and seeking God, writing the vision, making it plain to run within this season. And so the Lord just really been dealing with me with making a plan and being strategic in this hour. And I just want to let you all know that your strategy will be the weapon that's going to be used against the enemy, okay? Your strategy is going to be the weapon that will be used against the enemy. So have a strategy, have a plan, and run with that, okay? That's going to be your weapon against the enemy, okay? That's not what I came on here to say, but know that, okay? So I'm talking with the Holy Spirit, we back and forth, and he simply began to deal with me. He said, I want you to think outside of the box. I want you to think outside of the limit. I want you to think outside the finances. I want you to think outside your culture. I want you to think outside the place you are. I want you to think outside the place that you've been, your past. I want you to think outside of that place. He said, because it's bigger than that. And I want you to see that it's bigger than that. And so I want to give that to somebody who needs that. And I want to encourage you to think outside the box. Think outside the limitations. Think outside the broken relationships. Think outside the failures. Think outside of what didn't happen or what should have happened or what could have happened. Think outside that place. Why? Because it's bigger than that. And I want you to know that the one that promised is faithful. He that promises is faithful anyway. If God gave it to you, if God put it in you and gave you that desire, gave you that vision, put in your imagination, then he's very well going to bring it to pass. And I want you to know that. And so I want you to take what God gives you. And I want you to go ahead to make the plan, write it down, and I want you to run with it. Because it's bigger than what you see right now. It's bigger. It's so much greater than where you have been or where you think you are. It's so much greater than that and bigger than that. And I want you to know that. So whatever it is that is trying to keep you or limit you from stepping out or going after it or doing it or possessing it, I want you to think outside of that place because it's bigger than that. Because we serve a God that is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all we can ask, think, or even imagine. So if you just begin to write the vision, make it plain, to run with it, God will do the rest. But you got to think outside that place. Don't limit yourself because of the place you're at. Don't limit yourself because of where you've been. Don't limit yourself because of your failures or how you missed it. Don't limit yourself at that place because it's bigger than that. God is not holding you in that place, so you don't hold yourself in that place. So I want you to think outside of that place. That place, what is that place? Whatever it is that has been limiting you, what has been holding you back? Was it that broken relationship? Was it the persecution? Was it the accusation? Was it the naysayer? Was it the family bloodline? What is it that has been holding you back? And I want you to begin to think outside of that place because it's bigger than that. And you're greater than that. You have so much on the inside of you. You have treasure within you. And it's so great. And God want to reveal that treasure unto a people. And so I want you to go ahead and begin to break away from what limits you. And just begin to go after and think outside of that place. Write the vision, make it plain, and run with it. Because it's going to happen just like he said it. And I'm going to keep putting it out in the atmosphere. I'm going to keep declaring it and framing it with my world, in my world. Why? Because that's what God said. He said it's going to happen just like I said it. All you got to do is believe and keep moving towards what I said, and it's going to happen just like I said it. And so I want you to know that something is happening in your favor. Something is happening into your divine will that God has for your life. It's happening for you. You just got to go ahead and see beyond this place where you are. You got to see beyond your culture. See beyond the things that limit you, your walls, your hindrance. See beyond that place because it's bigger and greater than what you can imagine. So I want to encourage you with that on today. And I want you to write it and make it plain to run with it. Be strategic. Have your strategy in place. Have your plan in place, because that's going to be the weapon against your enemy, okay? So I want to encourage you with that on today. And I want you to be encouraged. And I want you to go ahead and just declare it in the atmosphere. I will think outside the box. I'm going to think outside what limits me. I'm going to think outside what I've been through. I'm going to think outside that place. I declare that over your life. I prophesy, as a matter of fact, I prophesy that the quickening winds of the Holy Spirit begin to invade your space. And I decree and I declare that even as the winds begin to invade your space, that every wall fall, every limitation, every setback, everything that try to hold you back, I prophesy now that the winds of God is coming like a destroying wind. It's causing it to utterly fall in the name of Yeshua. I send the winds of God onto you. May they begin to stir in your atmosphere. May they begin to work within your mind and begin to cause what's not like God, begin to cause it to blow away. May every thought that has illegal thought that has invaded your thought process in your mind, may it be blown down by the winds of God. And may the words of life begin to invade your thought process, knowing that you are able, you can do all things through Christ which strengthens you. And I want you to know that. And so be encouraged on today, because God has something so great that he wants to